Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing something a little bit more personal. I want to share my trying to conceive journey. I wanted to share this mostly because I find a lot of comfort in watching those videos and seeing other people's stories and hearing about the struggles and also hearing about the successes and having hope for that. So I want to share my story in hopes that someone will find a little comfort in my story, and hopefully I can make some connections with some people and have some support, have someone to keep cheering me on. So let me start with my background. I am 21 right now. I am married. I've been married for about 7 months right now. Conceive since we have been married. When I was 15, I was diagnosed with endometriosis, and it's kind of just been a crazy 6 years since then. I was 15 and I had surgery. I had a laparoscopy on my uterus, and they went in and they lasered off all of the cells. Basically what happened is layman's terms, and what my doctor told me is that what happens is your eggs and cells grow on the outside of your uterus instead of the inside. It's very painful and not fun at all. And it's usually found in older people. Usually you don't find it in younger people. And so I had surgery for that when I was 15. After that, I tried pretty much every birth control you can think of, because it is said that birth controls can help to postpone or cure it, or treat it at least, not cure. There's no cure for it, unfortunately. And so I tried pretty much everyone. I tried the pill, I tried the shot, I tried NuvaRing, I tried a different type of pill, and nothing worked. And so it was just pretty much consistent pain for the next 4 years. And then when I was 19, my doctor decided that she wanted me to be induced and put through artificial menopause, which is crazy to think of a 19-year-old going through menopause. But the hope was that because my system just was not working, it never went back to normal, the hopes was that it would kind of just give my body a break to stop working for a little bit, and the artificial menopause should last for 2 years if you do it's a 6-month long process of going in every month and getting shot with the drugs to induce your menopause. So the hope was that it would just stop my system for 2 years, and then we would restart it back up. And I went awful. I was in so much pain. Everything that you expect to go through menopause was like 10 times worse. I had the worst hot flashes, the worst nausea, the worst mood swings, and along with that, I was also cramping so bad and having so much pain. So we decided to stop it because it was doing more harm than good. And then after that, and prior to that, my cycles were really spread out, and they got to the point 2 years ago, shortly after I finished the artificial menopause and was starting to go back to normal, because I did not do the full cycle. It wouldn't stick for 2 years. It only lasted a couple months, and then I went back to normal. And I was back to normal for a little bit, and then my cycles started getting stretched out, and I got to the point where it was once a year. I would go 9, 10, 11, even a year long before having a cycle. And so my husband and I tried to conceive for the first 4 months of our marriage, and but during the same time I wasn't having a cycle, so I kind of knew in my head that it wasn't going to work, because you have to have a cycle, you have to have an egg, you have to have ovulation, and I don't have those things naturally. So I went to the doctor to talk to her about it, and before this happened, when I was younger, and when I was 19, before they started me on an artificial menopause, of course I had many ultrasounds to make sure that there wasn't any blockage, to make sure that there wasn't anything abnormal. I had a lot of blood work done. I had exams, everything to make sure that it wasn't anything specifically wrong. But basically the decision was just that my system does not work correctly. I don't have the hormones for it. So I talked to my doctor, and she said, well, I can't tell you that you 100% cannot get pregnant on your own, but I would strongly suggest, if you want to get pregnant, that we start you on fertility medicine. So I kind of understand that I'm pretty much not able to get pregnant. So I am on 2 different things. I'm on progesterone pills for ovulation, to induce ovulation, because I don't naturally ovulate. So I have to take those. I'm on that to induce ovulation so that I can hopefully get my system working at least the way that it should. And then I'm also on Clomid, which, if you know anything about people trying to conceive or fertility medicine, that is a very, very common, one of the most common fertility drugs. And it has a lot of negative side effects. It has been said by a lot of people that it causes almost like a depression state, where you have zero drive to do anything, and I definitely feel that. I feel like the hardest side effect for me is I feel my emotions so strongly now, and that's not just sad. It's not just, oh, I'm full of hormones and I'm crying all the time. It's everything. I get angry so quickly and so strongly, to the point where I can't even snap myself out of it. I can't be like, oh, well, I know it's just the drug, so calm down. It's to the point where it's like, okay, I am very, very upset, and there's no way I can stop this. I just need to give in and be upset for this couple minutes, and then everything will be fine. So I just feel everything so strongly. Anger, grief, upset, sadness, of course. Deal with all of that going through your brain. And it's also hard when you are trying to be hopeful that you will conceive a child, that you have to feel all of those emotions as well. Another thing is I get very, very nauseous, very bad headaches, and very bad neck aches at the base of my head. And those are hard to deal with every day. When you are nauseous every single day, you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to get dressed, you don't want to really do much of anything. So it's definitely a lot of forcing myself to feel better, which is very, very hard. But luckily, I am able to hear about other people's stories on YouTube and on other things, and that makes me kind of understand that it's normal. It's everything that I'm feeling is normal. I shouldn't feel bad about it. It's the drug, and that's okay, because it will all be worth it when I am able to say that I am pregnant. It would all be worth it. So I am dealing with it, and it's hard, but it'll be okay. And although it's not my favorite, and I kind of just feel awful 24/7 because of the Clomid, but also because of the progesterone, I'm kind of like a double dose of fertility medicine, and it's a lot on your body. My physical body aches all the time. My heart aches. I just feel so much emotion. My head hurts from dealing with all of this and trying to process this. But I know that it will all be worth it, and I have hopes that everything will work out. If you are going through this and trying to conceive, or if you are in fertility medicine and you're experiencing any of this or anything different, leave it down below. Leave me a comment, message me, let me know. And if you have had a Clomid baby or you have any success stories with trying to conceive, let me know that too. I love hearing that. I love hearing the hope. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will keep you updated.